Hi, everybody, and welcome to my podcast. I'm your host, Josh Weber, and today I'm coming to you live again from my car. This is my temporary setup. I'm in the process of kind of setting up something better at my house, but this works for now. So today, a couple things. So, I'm heading back up to that same grocery store that I was at yesterday to get the medication for my wife. She had ankle surgery yesterday, and it was a success. And so hopefully she's on the mend at this point, and we can get going and get back to our regular routine. Today I am going to the Detroit Tigers game. I've got my Detroit Tigers gear on here, and yeah, and so my daughter and I are going to go down to downtown Detroit and root on the Tigers, and yeah, so it's going to be a fun day. So on that note, really I just wanted to bring up going to events and not drinking, specifically events where alcohol is all around. And so when I quit drinking, it was 6 weeks after the pandemic started. It was after 6 weeks after the shutdown, and so my first few months, 6 months actually, really, there weren't really any get-togethers, so I didn't really need to struggle so much with that. But I know it's hard to go to functions, especially if you're early on quitting or you want to quit, and it's been kind of a hard thing to do, because it's always around. Alcohol is around pretty much any event we go to, adult event, and even kids events these days. I mean, you go to a birthday party and the adults have the mom juice and the dad juice or whatever, parent juice, beer or wine or whatever, and so you can't get away from it. It's just so ingrained in our culture, and that was one of the reasons why I continued on with my drinking, is just because it felt kind of like it was just accepted, just widely accepted, and even though I drank more than the average person drinks, I still felt like it was just accepted, and it was something that I could do. I mean, my wife is a drinker. I mean, she doesn't drink a lot, but she might have one or two glasses of wine or something like that. But so me, on the other hand, I mean, I took it to an extreme. So, but yeah, as far as, and so like with that going on, going to events and things like that, it was probably maybe like a year later where we'd get together with family, and I'd noticed that I struggled with like the fear of missing out kind of thing, FOMO, and so at the beginning it was kind of like missing out on it, but as I went to these events and I got through them and actually found more enjoyment in them, just having real authentic conversations with people, and just kind of being able to remember everything and not like regret what I said or take something that someone else said so literally, or any of these number of things. I felt like once I got through a few of those occasions, it was like, yeah, this is better. Just not drinking is better at these events. So same with the Tigers games. I mean, we waited about 3 years to go to a game. I mean, I was looking forward to, in 2020, taking my daughter to some games, and but my wife and I were really really overly safe. But we didn't do much for the first couple years, especially the first year. But as the Tigers got better, they've gotten better, and stuff like that. So I took my daughter to her first game last year. I noticed that you know, alcohol on beer is like $15 for a beer now, and it's like, glad I'm not spending money on that anymore. And the last game we went to, I noticed a couple people stumbling. Well, it was opening day, and so that was fun. But we went to that, and yeah, I noticed some people drinking and having a good time. A couple people slurring, a couple people falling down, and it was like, man, I'm glad just not to have to worry about that and worry about driving home. And that's just another benefit to not drinking. Just I don't even have to think about it anymore. And so, as much of a struggle as it was early on, and feeling like I was missing out, as time went on, I realized I'm not really missing out. So yeah, we'll go down there. We'll have a good time, and that'll be that. And I'll go home, uh, do my thing, my regular routine at night. Get up, and I won't have a hangover. I'll be feeling good, and I'll start the day over again, and take care of my wife for whatever she needs for her ankle, and yeah, and then I'll start back to work Tuesday, and yeah, we'll start getting back to it. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. And so yeah, if I don't see you tomorrow, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Thanks for all you do, and yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Have a great weekend.